Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
This.
Give me all you got!
Listen,
Give me all you got!
swear me and my brother.
I can tell you I don't have money, but what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
Right now! I want to talk! You kill him! You kill yourself, you motherfucker! Give me back my son! Help! I didn't kill my wife! I don't care!
Hello and welcome to another episode of Stand and Watch, the best and only dad movie podcast you're ever going to listen to because we killed all the other ones.
It's just a thing we do every day, over and over and over and over and over again. Dad movie podcast pops up, we kill the dads. We have to remain the only one.
Hello and welcome to Stand and Watch, the best and only dad movie podcast you're ever going to listen to because we killed all the other ones.
It's something we do every day. We have to. Every new dad podcast pops up, we kill them. It's something you do every day. We do it again and again and again and again and again.
Hello and welcome to Stand and Watch, the best and only dad movie podcast you're ever going to listen to because we killed all the other ones.
I feel like I've been here before.
Yeah, me too. Deja vu.
Anyone else just get weird deja vu just now?
That is weird. Anyway, hi
It's
Steve.
really weird.
Hi Steve. Hi Standees.
Steve Standees, in case I didn't say it already. I'm not sure what I've said at all.
Hello, we
hi.
love you.
Hi.
Viewers, you know what we think of you. If you're viewing the
Viewers.
podcast.
Listeners, we love you.
Yeah, you are the best.
I want to reach through your headphones, just give you a big old hug. Just a
Big
old hug.
Big old hug for the listeners. Viewers, you know what you can do.
Viewers, sit and spin. Yeah, that's how I feel about them.
Yeah. Viewers, you sit and you just do the splits on it.
Dude, look back at it. Look back at it, viewers. That's right. We're assholes this week because we're watching a movie about an asshole.
Well,
we're talking about him.
Only to the viewers.
To the viewers. We're an ass. Listeners, don't worry. We're gonna be nice to you. We're always nice.
And
to you. We love you.
Steve.
Steve, hello.
We're
Steve.
nice to Steve. We love you, Steve. Get you on the show
We love
one
you,
day.
Steve. One day. Well, you know, all these people we love, know and love, are just dying. Just dying.
Yeah.
So we need to hurry up and get Steve on the show. Yeah. Today's movie's Groundhog's Day, in case you're wondering. Groundhog Day.
Groundhog's Day is the sequel.
Yeah, with the money sign.
Yeah. Just written on a whiteboard. Groundhog's Day.
When James Cameron is done with his Avatar, with playing his little toys with Avatar, he's gonna direct the sequel for Groundhog Day. And it's gonna be an action thriller.
Of course.
You got to change the genre. You have to change the genre if you're James Cameron.
The groundhogs are going to fight back.
They kidnap Phil and drive off the cliff.
It's gonna be an action version of Hundreds of Beavers, but with groundhogs.
All right.
It's gonna be here we go. It's a combination of Hundreds of Beavers and Edge of Tomorrow.
And the groundhogs keep waking up every morning and they're like, oh, it's December 3rd. Wait a minute, it's still December 2nd? What happened? It's my day. And they just they're very bad groundhogs, but then by the end of it, they learn to be happy in the moment. And Groundhog Day is over.
Hollywood, we've just given you $1 million idea. Hire us. We're here. We're available. We're easy to find.
Hollywood will take $1 million idea and turn it into a $50 million movie. Money, man. How does it work? Hollywood bookkeeping. How does it work?
We don't know, but we've just given you so much money, an idea for so much money. So you know how to get in contact. We're easy to find. Nick is in the ICE database.
I'm there.
Yeah,
you can find me.
Yeah, he's the only recruit that they turned down.
Oh Jesus! I didn't know you were going with the recruit angle. Jeez Louise, no. You're like, I couldn't pass the tear gas lobbing test. I kept tear gassing myself. Wow, this is terrible. I sound like a monster. There's an idiot listening to this or watching it because the viewers are the real idiots. There's an idiot watching this that's gonna be like, wow, that guy really tried out for ice.
You know there's gonna be somebody, 'cause there's always somebody who believes there's stupid articles.
And someone if somebody one of those people ends up watching the Hard Drive Game Awards and finding the multiple clips of me wearing a bandana over my face. They could very easily make a convincing photo.
It's not looking good for you, man.
No.
And you're in
I'm
front of a
starting to
you're in front of a green screen in those clips too. It won't be easy to change the background. We'll just edit you into
Jeez,
Minneapolis.
I'm in trouble. This might be my last episode.
Don't worry, if you don't return next week,
Ah,
I'll tell people it was due to the male loneliness epidemic. Which
the
would
my
which
my
would
rep
tie that would tie into them thinking you tried out for ice.
my my commu my community center has a wall dedicated to people who we lost to COVID, which is very sad. What if we got one of those for people we lost to the male loneliness epidemic?
You know, I think they used to have those in Hooters before they all closed.
It's just a wall of photos.
It's actually it's the wall of photos of people not allowed back.
Bugging out walks in, and he's like, "Why aren't there any black folks on the male loneliness wall?"
Oh my god. I'm fucking dying.
And all those dudes on the wall, none of them understood do the right thing. Why'd they burn down the pizzeria? That was a perfectly good part of their community. Oh.
Oh my god. So,
It's late. It's late. It wasn't that funny. It's late.
you know what? When I'm editing this episode, I'll tell you if it was that funny or not.
Okay.
'Cause I remember a time when it was late and we were laughing about Neuralink with 3 Ks. And then we
And
thought
now it's a really good piece.
and we
Now it's a
thought,
really good piece on our hard
y
drive.
yeah, we thought we're gonna wake up tomorrow and we're gonna think about it and it's gonna be the stupidest thing, but no, we woke up and we're like, "Nope, that's still good." And it is. Every time I repost that piece, people like it.
The more I think about the more I think about Do the Right Thing, the more I think Bugging Out might be one of my favorite movie characters.
He's a good character because he's right, but he's also a bit of an idiot about it. Like, "Yeah, you got a point, man, but this isn't it."
uh, Groundhog Day.
Yeah, Groundhog Day.
Let me I've got the wiki here. Groundhog Day is a 1993 American fantasy and romantic comedy film directed by Harold Ramis, RIP, from a screenplay by him and Danny Rubin, starring Bill Murray, Andy McDowell, and Chris Elliott. It tells the story of a cynical television weatherman covering the annual Groundhog Day event in ooh, oh, Puxentani, Pennsylvania. There we go. becomes trapped in a time loop, forcing him to relive February 2nd repeatedly. Film features Stephen Tobolowsky, Brian Doyle Murray, Marita Goretti, Angela Patton, Rick Ducommun, Rick Overton, and Robin Duke in supporting roles. Rubin conceived Groundhog Day in the early 1990s. He wrote it as a spec to gain meetings with producers for other work. It eventually came to the attention of Ramis, who worked with Rubin to make his idea less dark in tone and more palatable to a general audience by enhancing the comedy. Murray clashed with Ramis over the script. He wanted to focus on the philosophical elements, whereas Ramis concentrated on the comedic aspects. Principal photography took place on March to June 1992, almost entirely in Woodstock, Illinois. Filming was difficult in part because of the bitter cold weather, but also because of the ongoing conflict between Ramis and Murray. I'm gonna skip down to that actually. The film marked the end of Murray and Ramis's longtime collaborative partnership, which had produced films like Caddyshack and Ghostbusters. After filming ended, the pair did not speak to each other until shortly before Ramis's death in 2014. Film was a showcase for Murray. He had previously been seen primarily as a comic actor, and his performance led to more serious roles in critically acclaimed films. Yeah. Wait a minute. Groundhog Day was adapted into a 2016 musical and inspired a 2019 video game sequel, Groundhog Day like father like son. There's a video game?
What?
There's a fucking it doesn't have a wiki page, so that doesn't bode well for it.
Yeah, it must
There's a
be bad. And maybe on
Groundhog
mobile?
Day video
And maybe
game.
delisted?
It's a VR game.
Oh, that's why.
What is this game? I need to see a video. I need to see a video of it.
What could you possibly do in a Groundhog Day game?
You just it's a bottle episode, right?
Every video game is a Groundhog Day video game when you think about it. You die and you respawn and you do it again.
It's a sex simulator. You're just having sex with everyone and not having any of the consequences.
If you can't make a sex simulator for gamers, they don't know what to do.
They don't know what buttons to press.
They don't know
This
what
is sad.
sex. And first of all, Gen Zs would never play it.
Ooh, who do we want to do the smell test on Murray? Do we want to see if Murray passes the smell test? I don't think he does.
I feel like that's too easy. I feel like we should pick someone a little more,
What about
that
Ramus?
you wouldn't think of.
No, we leave the dead alone here.
Let's do Chris Elliott.
Chris Elliott is Larry the cameraman. He has played a lot of creeps throughout his career.
He has.
Did not realize he's almost 70.
Damn.
Let's go down. Nothing on personal life. Anything up from early life? Letterman years, personal life. Elliott has been married since '86. Worked as a talent coordinator for Larry. They have two daughters, Abby and Bridie. Wait a minute. More Nepo babies? His daughter was on SNL.
His daughter's on The Bear.
Wait, is his daughter the sister?
Yeah.
The pregnant sister?
Yeah.
That's her?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So the one on The Bear, the other one was on Silicon Valley at some point. Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, I gotta get me a famous parent, man. I gotta get me one of these.
You know what? I had a famous. My closest brush to a famous relative is I'm. I don't know the exact relation, but I'm. There's some relation between me and the guy who voiced Yukon Cornelius in Rudolph.
Who?
In Rudolph,
Oh, okay.
Yukon
Oh,
Cornelius.
the blonde guy.
No, the like the lumberjack looking guy.
Oh, okay. I get my Santa folklore mixed up.
Yeah, Yukon Cornelius. I think it was my grandfather's like cousin or second cousin or something.
Did he also sing or did he just do the voice acting?
I don't know.
Silver and gold.
But yeah.
Silver and gold.
I am related to that guy. Unfortunately, he is dead.
I was gonna say, why don't you send him our script?
Yeah.
Well, too late now.
Yep. It is certainly too late.
Chris Elliott passes the smell test. I just love that. I think everyone on here has kids in show business. Yeah, Annie McDowell, who I did not know before show that Quayle was her daughter, Margaret Quayle.
Does Steven
Uh,
Toplowski or whatever his name is have nepo kids?
let's find out. I forgot he was in he was also in Silicon Valley.
Was he?
Yeah, I think he played oh, what was it? Man, the man's filmography is crazy bananas. Where's he at?
I know he was in
Maybe I'm getting him
Justified.
mixed up with somebody else. No, yeah, he was Jack Barker. I didn't realize he was in it so late in the run. I thought he was like early. Uh, Brian Doyle Murray is a fucking nepo baby. They're everywhere. They're fucking everywhere, man.
One of my favorite
But yeah,
one of my favorite jokes in Arrested Development is how the prison warden, played by James Lipton, who's like writing a script or whatever, just has like a unexplained grudge against Brian Doyle Murray.
he's still kicking. Yeah, I like him. I do like him. He seems like a easygoing guy.
He's the voice of the Flying Dutchman in SpongeBob.
I was getting ready to say he's in a bunch of video games. What are these? All SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into our dad approved letterbox reviews?
Yes, I do. I have mine right here. This comes to us from Melon B, who gave this movie 4 stars and a heart and wrote, I'm like Phil, but without the loop or a girlfriend. I hear you,
I have
Melon.
Adam Bolt.
I hear you.
I agree. I have Adam Bolt, who gave the movie 4 stars and a heart, and he said, "I fucking hate this poster so much. It's the worst goddamn poster ever made." Ah, I agree. I do hate this poster. I pulled this up on Netflix and I was like, "Yeah, this poster sucks ass, man."
It
It's
looks
Bill
like
Murray stuck in a clock.
it looks like a fan made poster.
It looks like I could make this right now in GIMP if you gave me like 10 minutes.
No, you could. It's Bill Murray in a clock going like this, and then Annie McDowell just superimposed in the foreground.
And then the background, they probably just had ChatGPT make it or something. Back in 1993. They're like, "Ah, give it to ChatGPT, why don't you?"
Yeah. It's a
I'm just
good
gonna
movie
say,
though.
I like this movie.
I
I've
watch this
been
movie every Groundhog Day, and it never gets old.
I mean, because I've been watching a lot of loop move, and some of my favorite video games are like the loop roguelite things. So it's just so nice to like just like you don't have to remember a lot. It's like, oh, yep, there's the insurance guy. There, it's just fun to see whenever there's a movie or a game. It's fun to see the way that things are being played with and things are being changed. And I can't believe this movie broke up Ramis and Murray. But I can kind of you can kind of feel both of their influences pulling on it because it's a very comedic movie. But it also gets pretty philosophical. It doesn't like it's not as philosophical as I remembered it being, but it's still got it's got that stuff in there about being happy and being in the moment.
I think I read a while ago that some crazed person did the math for like because the movie never tells you how long he's stuck in the loop. So some crazed
Right.
individual used all the context clues to calculate exactly how long he was in there. And I think it's like 100 years or something.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, how did he come to that number? Because I was thinking like, oh, maybe he
I
was in
should
there for like 2 years.
I should find it. I think because I think he used the basis of it takes you 10,000 hours to perfect a skill or a talent. And he was like,
Mhm.
okay, here are all the talents he perfected. So he calculated that, and it was like, that's how many days it was. So I think, let me find it. I'll find it.
Yeah, because he gets really good at piano. He does the hat thing, the hat with the cards, and he's giving her shit. He's like, yeah, it takes about 5 hours a day. And I do. There are those throwaway moments where he's with her, he's with Andy's character, and in the moment he's messed up, and you're like, okay, well now, and any other movie would have stayed in that, and then he would have gone to bed. No, it immediately cuts to the next time that he's trying, like
Yeah.
almost the exact same moment. He like where he went right the last time, he goes left the next time. It's funny, and it happens multiple times in the movie.
I do like how one of the first things he does is like, well, you know what? I'm gonna rob a bank,
Yeah,
right? Because
he
he's
robs a
like,
bank.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens. I'm just gonna wake
He
up.
he immediately just gives up on any kind any kind of notion of being a good person, because he's so miserable. He's this weatherman that's been at this station for 4 years. They send him to do the coverage every year, and he hates it.
Yeah.
And he's just not a very positive person. He thinks very highly of himself. He's very pompous. He meets Andy's character. It's Rita. Rita's her name, right?
Yeah, Rita.
He meets Rita, and he's like instantly hitting on her, and instantly is like, well, I'm gonna have my way with my producer. Like, she's an idiot. I'm the talent. And Rita and Barry are just like, did he just call himself the talent? Like, he's just one of those people at work that takes it way too seriously and takes himself way too seriously, and everyone else is behind their back poking fun at that person.
Yeah. Alright. Did I find it? I
Which
might have
is
found it.
basically Which is basically, I guess, how you would describe Bill Murray, if all the personal stories on the web could are true.
He does seem difficult to deal with.
Does seem like a difficult person and a very problematic person, given the allegations. Are you still looking for this
I found it, but
post?
it's like formatted like a fucking slideshow. So there's like paragraphs and a thing, and then you gotta click next.
Oh, it's like an old Kotaku ad or an old Kotaku page where it's like, all right, click to see the next game.
Okay. Um. Oh, okay. So, it wasn't 100 years. It was 12,395 days.
That's what, 30 years?
I think something like that. Let me just skim through to see if I can see his how he calculated this. So maybe 33 years. It was like 10 days shy of 34 years.
I do love when you type in 12,395 days. I'm pretty sure this Reddit post is the first thing that pops up. Yep,
Is that a
that's what
Reddit
it's
post
saying.
about Groundhog
The
Day?
di- yeah, so someone's responding. The director, Harold Ramis, once was quoted as saying around 10,000 days. And I think this website, indie100.com,
Oh, hang on.
can confirm.
Small disclaimer. This article doesn't take into account days in which Phil does nothing. So don't go complaining that I haven't factored them in. I actually have, though not explicitly, because my calculation accepts that Phil may have spent time learning some of his new skills on the same day. Don't phone, it's just for fun. Okay. Let's see what he did here. Okay, here we go. So first he calculated the days shown on screen, which was 38. 38 separate days were shown in the movie. Right?
There's some real groundhog heads out there.
Yeah. Then he added the days shown in the movie to the days mentioned in the movie, because he mentions a few days that aren't shown, like when he says he's been stabbed and shot and poisoned and whatever. Uh, okay, so he added that. There's like 7 months mentioned, so that brings it up to like a year. Oh, it's more than 7 months. Okay. And then he added, yeah, days spent learning. So he used, okay, it takes 10,000 hours to learn a skill. He learned this many skills. Okay.
I would never be this invested. I would never be like,
No.
well, I need to figure this. This is just like this is up there with the negative Nancy's.
Yeah, this is like you got too much time on your hand.
It's like this. He got out of the loop. That's all that matters. That's all that matters at all. I wonder, have people done this for similar movies? Have people done this for Spring Break?
Yeah, so he did that, and then plus days spent learning, plus like I guess like just he added in some extra days for days where he might have done nothing, and then so 12,383 days.
Sorry, not Spring Break. The movie's called Palm Springs.
Palm Street. That's a good movie.
That's a great. I love that movie. That's that's Lonely Island and the mom from How I Met Your Mother, right?
Yeah, I think that might be after Groundhog Day the second best time loop
That's a
movie.
fun one. Edge of Tomorrow,
Edge
Live
of
Die
Tom-
Repeat, whatever you want to call that. That's a good
that's a
one.
good one.
Is Looper a loop movie?
Um, I don't think so. Because you're not in
Not a
a
loop.
you're it's a time loop, but it's not like you're not they're not stuck in one, you know?
Okay, so what are your top 3 loops? It doesn't have to be a movie. It could be a game, it could be a movie, it could be a book. Do you have top 3?
Um, it might be I think it's Groundhog Day, Palm Springs, and Edge of Tomorrow.
I think it's Groundhog Day, Majora's Mask, Palm Springs. Yeah, good loops.
What other time loop games are there? I know there's Deathloop, but
There's that
I didn't care for that one.
Deathloop, which I still want to check out just because I like the weightiness of those shooters. Oh, what's the one? Was it 12 minutes or yeah, 12 minutes, the
12
Annapurna game?
Yeah, that one's not great.
That one's not great. Oh boy, there's been a bunch lately that have like basically been like, "Yep, we liked Majora's Mask." Like, we liked Majora's Mask, so guess what? We made you a Majora's Mask. Let me pull up time loop games. Loop Hero is one I think of, but that's more of an auto clicker. Let's see here.
Do FromSoft games count as time loops?
I don't think so. Outer Wilds is another popular one.
That one I didn't like either.
I get that mixed up with Outer Worlds, so I don't. I think I've played one of them. I don't know which one. The rest of these, I'm just like, what? Who? Forgotten City.
Oh, that one
Raiden.
I bought that on Steam for like $3 a while ago. I gotta check that out.
12 minutes. Here's 12 minutes. Returnal. Returnal's another one.
Yeah, I guess that is technically a time loop.
There's
But
a copy of that at my library that I'm like
is it
just eyeballing.
a time loop though? It's just a roguelike.
Basically, yeah. Basically.
Does that mean all
Yeah, it's very
roguelikes are time loop games? I
oh,
don't consider that a time loop.
I I I changed my answer. Groundhog Day, Majora's Mask, Quantum freaking Break, baby.
Was Quantum Break a time loop?
Yeah, it was a single time. They only went through it once, but there were
Oh, that
characters
doesn't.
going through it multiple times.
Eh.
Littlefinger went through that time loop like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, but we don't see him going through it. It's not about him. You're not going through the time loop. It doesn't count.
Wow, you're really killing harshing my vibe here.
You as the player have to go through the time loop.
Oh, Into the Breach.
I feel like
Because
I've heard of that.
it's the same folks who did Faster Than Light. You play, you try to save the world. If you die, it resets, and it's like it never happened. Yeah, that's a good answer. I like Into the Breach. I'm changing my answer again. It's Into the Breach.
Do you like it's like it's never happened, but like do you use like your knowledge of what you learned to, or is it just like a video game where you die and respawn? Like Returnal.
Well,
That's why
it's
Returnal doesn't count.
It's tricky. It's tricky because you're unlocking new mechs that you're using. Like you're picking up things and you're taking. So like when you die or when you fail, you can only take one of your pilots back with you, and then that pilot can be used in the next one.
But is it a loop or is it just runs?
It's kind of a loop. The enemies are random, so there's no set path.
See, I don't know if that's a loop then.
It might be more rogue. Yeah, whatever. I like Groundhog Day the best though. That's my favorite.
It is the best one still. This many years later, it's still the best one.
Do you have a favorite moment in this movie?
I other than when he robs the bank, I do
I
like
like
I like when he goes up to that woman and pretends that he goes up to that woman and he's like, "Tell me about yourself." And then the next day, the next loop, he's like, "Oh my god, it's you. Remember me? We went to blah blah," and he like makes up a that they went to college together because he just remembered everything she told him.
yeah, and he sleeps with her pretty quick, right? It's part of a montage.
Yeah, it's part of the montage of him being an absolute shit.
So, question.
Yeah.
That last time he spends the night with Rita, he's told her about the time loop, right? Or has he not?
Yeah, he did.
So can she hold everything he did in the time loop in different loops against him? Can she be like, because he had yeah, all the people he slept with, all the people he's killed, he's robbed. Like
That's a
he
good
did
question.
that. He did that stuff.
Does she when the time loop is over, does she have memory of this? Because I know he told her about the time loop, and I know she didn't believe him. But I don't remember if he told her again and then she did believe him before it ended.
Because if someone I'm romantically involved with is like, "Hey, I've been in a time loop. It's been 10,000 days. Um, I just hope you remember me tomorrow." And then we wake up the next day. I'm like, "All right, who did you fuck? What did you do?" Because all that psychotic shit, you were very capable of it. If you and I have a bad day, so I need to know that. I need to know the worst things you did.
I mean, come on, who among us would not, if we knew that we were in a time loop, wouldn't try to rob a bank,
That would be fun.
right? If you know
I
that
think about it all the
if
time.
if you know that the worst thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna wake up in the morning listening to Sonny and Cher,
Could be in worse spots. You could be in way
right?
worse
I
spots.
would rob a bank. I would absolutely rob a bank.
I'd steal a plane. No, no, wait.
I hope you don't steal one with that Mark Wahlberg is on, because it's not gonna go down like that.
It just so happens to be out of Boston.
Yeah, I would rob a bank. Anytime, like, I watch a movie or something where someone gets, like, that kind of power, I'm like, "Yeah, I would rob a bank. Why isn't he robbing a bank?" But in this one, he robs the armored truck. I'm like, "Yeah, I would do it."
I think I'd try to fight everybody. Like I'd try to get into a fist fight with everybody. Like the thing you do in GTA where you punch someone and they chase you. Like you punch someone, you run away and they chase you, and then you punch someone else and you've got like a mob after you. I'd
Yeah.
do something like that.
Yeah, but punching people hurts.
I'd have boxing glove on. It'd be like a jackass sketch or a jackass stunt.
I would rob a bank. I don't know what else I would do other than robbing a bank. I might try that pickup thing. I would just go up to women, be like, "Tell me about yourself. See you tomorrow." And they'd be like, "What?" And then I would see them and be like, "Oh my god, it's you."
You see, I don't think you could like if you're doing that in a time loop in 2026. I don't think you can get away with it
Why?
because anyone is gonna be if they're like a very online person, they're gonna be like, "How the fuck do you know all that? What the fuck?" Like they're gonna be paranoid how you know all that, as opposed to like in the 90s, everyone was like, "It's a magical time. We're all doing amazing. Wait, you know about me? That's- it's- I just think people are more paranoid when somebody knows a bunch about them, even though that person may be very online.
I'd still try it. I'm in a time loop. What's the worst that could happen? I have to listen to Sonny and Cher again.
You can't even do that. They don't play it. There's no FM radio playing Sonny and Cher anymore.
Of course there is. The classics. You listen to the Golden Oldies station.
You're waking up to like Benson Boone.
Oh gosh.
I can't even. What's that one terrible song?
I don't know.
Beautiful people do. Yeah. Yeah, he sounds like Creed. Everyone sounds like Creed now.
Everything sounds like shit now.
Yeah. We're getting old. You're getting old, Stan.
Stan!
Stan! I've got a case of the male loneliness, Stan.
Anyway, you know why this movie is still the best time loop movie? Because all of the side characters that he fucks with,
They are really good side characters. They
right?
stand out immediately.
Just the guy who he's got to deal with every morning. Hey, is that Phil Connors? That guy's the best.
This is the insurance salesman, right?
Yeah.
And then, like halfway through the movie, he clocks him as a homophobe. He's like, "You wanna take the?" He's like, "You wanna take the afternoon off? Can you take the afternoon off?" He's like, "Actually, I'm gonna go." Uh, the
Yeah, there's
the old man, by the way, the old. I'm guessing he's a homeless man,
the homeless man
or
who
yeah,
dies.
he dies, and I think that's where the philosophy of the film starts to set in more because I think that's when he really is like starts to like do good for everybody.
Yeah, he tries to help the homeless man and he can't. And just every loop, the old man just dies. And the
Yeah,
nurse
that
says,
scene where
the nurse says to him, like, it was his time.
he just died. That's
Yeah,
it, man. That's
that's what
it.
happens.
That sweet moment where he's eating soup and then Bill Murray gives him his soup when he's done, and then the sandwiches come, and you know he's gonna give him his plate of food after he eats
Yeah.
the second bowl in his plate. It's just a warm moment, even though you know it ends in travesty, tragedy, whatever the word is. It's late.
But yeah, Bill Murray,
Yeah, I
he's
really.
just, he goes through this, what do you call it? Again, it's late. My brain's not working. Transformation. There it is.
He goes through this transformation instead of being nice, or instead of being nice to people to take advantage of him, he's finally like, I'm just going to be nice to be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still bits and pieces of asshole, like him saving the kid from falling out of the tree. Where it's like, you haven't said thank you, once.
Yeah. And I do like how his transformation isn't just because like something happens to him, like something profound or whatever happens. It's just like he goes through this loop so many times as an asshole that he's just like, well, I don't know. I got nothing else. Like it's got just he robs this bank and he wakes up again and he drives off the cliff and just however many loops he goes through as an asshole, he's just tormented into becoming a nice person because he realizes, well, there's nothing else.
He realizes like, oh wow, it's really lonely. Like the loops where I'm an asshole, I'm driving off the cliff with a fucking with this rat.
Yeah,
People are punching me and kicking me and stabbing me and shooting me, and like he's basically lived half a life as an asshole.
yeah, and it's and he can't, and he just wants to kill himself, and he can't even do that. So he's like, well, I guess I'll be nice to people because then if I'm gonna be stuck in this hell, at least I'll have some friends.
There's no tomorrow. At least I'm spreading some kind of joy because I'm not getting joy out of this anymore.
Yeah, right. There's only so many times robbing a bank and getting shot will bring you joy, and it's once.
I do love when he is starting to be nice. I love the implication that like the only reason he knows to help a lot of these people is because he's learned way too much about them and was probably fucking around with them. I like the young couple. There's that young couple that gets married, and by the way, that bride is very suspicious of Andy. She like gives her a look as like her new husband's, but you're like, I remember watching that scene and I'm like, wait a minute, like, did he fuck that bride? Did he fuck that bride at one point? Did he
That's the
run through the town?
that's the ones that he gives tickets to WrestleMania to, right?
Yeah,
That
and they are so stoked.
that's Michael Shannon. That's little young Michael Shannon
Very young,
before we all knew him.
very young Michael Shannon before I had a run in with him at a bar in Chicago. But that's neither here nor there.
Was it a good running or a
Uh,
bad running? I don't remember.
I've told you this. I think I've told you this one. The buddy went up to him. They were both very drunk. Michael Shannon said something that he shouldn't have said.
Was it a slur?
No, no slurs, no
Oh,
slurs.
okay.
It was Trump's first presidency, and he said this unprovoked. He said this unprovoked. I don't know where this came from, but he said, "Wow, we got to get the money to build this wall."
But really?
I don't know what provoked him to say it.
That's shocking because there's a very famous quote from him in an interview where he said, "Anyone who vote the only place for someone who voted for Trump is in an urn."
I don't know. Maybe he was just goofing with my buddy or so. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I have no reason to make this up. My buddy has no reason to make this up.
No, I believe you. Just that's it's I don't know. Michael Shannon's giving me mixed signals. Is he a fence sitter?
Well, we do like fence sitters on this show.
Has he been in any Alex Garland movies? Maybe he was preparing for a role.
I think this is around the time he was working on being in that Fahrenheit 451 HBO thing. Or he might have been filming that. He was in Chicago because he was at the I forget what the big theater is up there. The Wolf the Beowulf. It's not the Beowulf. I know it's not the Beowulf. He's at the Beowulf. I also forgot he was in The Shape of Water. This was post Shape of Water. Wow. Cool. I met that man.
Good for you.
But yeah, there's just that dark implication that everyone that he's now helping, he has
He has done something
done some
bad to.
shady shit.
Yeah.
He's done something bad to him. It's like, oh, you're doing good, but like you fucked that bride, man.
Yeah, like
You fucked that man's bride.
what else did he do to these people?
Let's see. We already talked about he stole Phil, drove Phil off the cliff,
Yeah, he drove Phil off the cliff
tried to sleep with Rita over and over and over again.
over and over and over again.
Drove that truck with those two guys. I forget who that's not a Andy that's not Conan's Andy in that car, is it? Andy Richter? No, Andy yeah.
I don't think it was Andy Richter.
I thought it was. I thought it was a young Andy. He stole that car or that truck, went on a joyride with him. Didn't steal it, but went on a joyride with him on train tracks, ran from the cops. He's just an asshole, man.
Yeah,
Just a straight up
not a good guy.
jumped off the roof.
Yeah.
What else did he do?
I mean, the first thing when he realizes he's in the time loop, one of the first things he says to himself is, "I am a god."
I'm a god. And he says that later on to Andy. He's like, I'm a god.
Yeah.
I just need you to know I'm a god.
He's like he loves it. He's like, "I can do whatever I want."
Was that jump off the roof a practical jump? Like obviously they had a mat down or something. Was that Bill Murray flipping off the roof?
There's no way.
I think it was.
There's
I
no
think
way.
he's just so talented.
There's no way that you're not gonna know if I'm in the movie until I walk on set the first day. Murray jumped off the roof for a stunt.
He could have. He
There's no
could have.
way. There's no way.
Don't deny it. He could have. What else did he do? There anything we didn't touch on that he did? We got a lot of the bad stuff.
Yeah. He does a lot of good stuff too. He makes those ice sculptures.
He gets really good at that.
That's impressive.
He learns to play piano.
From an old lady.
from an old lady.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
but he does get a kid kicked out of piano lessons every day, so
yeah, because he gives the lady more money that he
that's a
robbed
net
from the
neutral.
bank. He robs the bank, then goes to this old lady and gives her the stolen money, and it's so much money she kicks this girl out of her piano lesson so she can teach him instead.
And that girl would go on to never play piano. She got hooked on drugs. When she should have been playing piano, she got hooked on drugs.
Fuck you, Howard, I'm dying.
I'm dying. He learned some French.
He did learn French.
Yeah, we talked about the old man. Well, I think we got it all.
Yeah, go us.
This is a very tight 100-minute movie.
Yeah, they get a lot accomplished.
I do love the reveal at the end where, you know, he's asleep and you're like, oh, he's back in the loop. And then you see Rita's hand reach over to turn off the clock. A really nicely shot, nice surprise. Cause yeah, I mean, honestly, first time seeing this, you have no idea. Like, is he
Yeah,
gonna come out of
it's the
this?
same song.
Yeah. And then you kind of get a little gag where it's like the one radio DJ is obsessed with it. The other one could fucking kill him for playing that song all the time.
Yeah, I had that song as my alarm clock for a while. It gets you out of bed.
You know, it does. I don't really have anything negative to say about this movie besides the fact that it broke up Murray and Ramis.
That is sad. It is very sad. But I can't hold that against the movie.
You can. You can.
Can't
What
do
did
it. I can't do it.
did what did was Ramis still okay after this? Let's see.
I think so.
So let's see. Groundhog Day was 93. So he did Stewart Saves His Family. So he directed that. Directed Multiplicity. Is that Ben Stiller?
It's
No, that's
Michael
Michael
Keaton.
He did Analyze This.
That's a good one.
I've never seen that. Bedazzled. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good one.
All right. Bedazzled.
All
Awesome.
right. You know what? He gave
Analyze
110% for that one.
He did. Analyze That. Still haven't seen it. Ice Harvest.
Don't know what that one is.
No, John Cusack movie. Neo noir black comedy. Robert Benton. And then oh no.
What?
His last movie was Year One with Jack Black and Michael Cera.
Ooh.
Ugh.
He kept acting though, so that wasn't his last.
That was his
involved
last
in.
movie acting.
Was
He was
it?
Adam.
No.
Yes.
No, there's no way. I swear I've seen him in things since
So
that was made.
94 years in Airheads. There was Love Affair, As Good as It Gets, High Fidelity, Orange County, love it. I'm with Lucy, The Last Kiss, 2007. He was in Knocked Up. 2007, he was also in Walk Hard, The Dewey Cox Story. What a fucking 2007 he had. And then the archival appearances. He was in Lego Dimensions in 2015, Ghostbusters, the video game remastered, Cleaning Up the Town, Remembering Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters Afterlife, digital likeness superimposed on Bob Gutton and Ivan Reitman.
Look, his last acting appearance was Ghostbusters, the video game, and that's a good way to end your career.
We found it. We
Okay?
found it.
2009, Ghostbusters, the video game. That is essentially Ghostbusters 3. Great way to end your career.
We should watch Bedazzled on this show at one point.
We should. That's a good fucking movie.
And just not even mention how attractive Elizabeth Hurley is the whole episode. If you mention it, you get zapped. We'll have like little zappers, little dog zapper collars.
There's a bit, my favorite bit in Bedazzled, and I'm sure we'll talk about this when we do the movie. Maybe I'll put it on the next wheel. You remember the bit where he's the sensitive guy?
Yes, he's like the poet. I think he's a poet.
He's like playing guitar on the beach.
Yeah.
And he's like singing a song about dolphins, and then in the middle of the song, he like speaks dolphin. That always gets me every fucking time.
That was a movie that was always on, was on FX all the time as a kid, and every time it was like, "Yep, we're watching Bedazzled.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care what I have to do."
Always give 110%. Yep. It's all you can do.
What? Just him freaking out when he sees his penis. Oh! Oh! I don't even know if my mic's I don't even know if Discord's picking me up making that noise, but
Yeah, we'll watch it. But yeah, this is a Groundhog Day, good ass movie. And I also, it's really great that they never reveal what's causing the time loop. I think that's another thing that makes this better than all the other time loop movies. Every other time loop movie, you find out what's causing the time loop. This one never reveals it. He's just in it. It just happens and then it just ends.
well, and that's because viewers are stupid.
Yeah. I mean, like even Palm Springs, it's a major plot point at the end. Well, this is why we're in the loop. And
It's something in a cave, right?
yeah,
It's like a machine in a cave, and
it's like a
it's not like the important part of a time loop movie is why that character, why, because the character arc for any character in a time loop movie is they're in a rut in their life. Bill Murray's in a rut. He hates his job. He's an unhappy person. He uses people, and
yeah,
he has to learn. He has to learn that there's more to life than just him, me. And so he's in that rut because of that. I think Andy, I almost called him Andy Circus. Lonely Islands, I think he's got a pretty similar
Sandberg.
arc. Like if you Sandberg, yeah. If you have that interesting arc where there's a character in a rut, you don't really fucking need like what's creating the loop.
Yeah. But yeah, in Palm Springs, it's like a some portal in a cave. Edge of Tomorrow, it's the aliens. Like they make the
Yeah.
time loop. I guess that one kind of gets away with revealing what the time loop is.
Cause yeah, that well and Tom Cruise's character in that, he's just because he's not a soldier, right? He's just there
He's
to
a
like
he's
deliver
a
news.
he's a PR guy for the army. He's a complete chicken shit. They're like, we're gonna send you to the front lines, and he's like, I don't think so.
Yeah, and he's there to learn that PR sucks,
Yeah,
and the army. He's basically there to learn that the army sucks, and he's just a mouthpiece.
yeah, right. And no, he's like, I don't think so. I'm not going. I don't want to go. You can't make me go. No thanks. And they're like, you're going, or we're gonna arrest
Oh,
you.
cut to him on the plane there. But yeah, yeah, you're right. You don't need the answers. And
Yeah,
I wish executives like would trust viewers. I understand
yeah,
why they don't trust viewers because they're stupid.
yeah.
But
But yeah, there's never an explanation. Why is he in this time loop? He just wakes up and he's in a time loop, and then he just wakes up and it's over. And you're like, oh, amazing movie. Who
yeah,
cares? Who cares why he was in it? The point is he was in it.
he got out of the loop. He's a better person. He got the girl. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Sucks that he had to wake
That's
up
it.
at 6 a.m. every day though.
Yeah, it is very early.
Do you think you get a good
But
night's sleep if you're in a time loop?
did he what?
Do you think you get a good night's sleep if you're in a time loop? Like
I think so.
if you know, if you know, okay, I wake up at 6 a.m. every day. It's the same day over and over again. It's a loop. If I go to bed at 5, am I getting an hour of sleep because I'm waking up at 6 a.m. at the beginning of the previous day in the loop because it's a loop? Or am I getting the same amount of sleep I got the night before the loop started?
I think you just reset because I imagine there were loops where he didn't go to bed at all and he's just, oh fuck, I'm well rested. I'm here.
So do you reset like if I got 8 hours of sleep before the loop, that's how much you just wake up at 6 a.m. every day on 8 hours of sleep?
Yep.
I hope you got a good night's
But
sleep then.
but there would be days where I would just lay in bed. I'd sleep the day away
So would I.
and I'd feel great. I'd feel great. And do you think Bill do you think Bill Murray's character had days where he's like, I'm just gonna stay in this bed and beat my jacking record?
He's gotta have had at least one. He is a man.
He is a man. He's like, all right, the record is 15 from 30 days ago in the loop. Because he's resetting every day. So he doesn't need to reset.
Yeah, no, he definitely had at least one day like that. I'm sure he had at least one day where he just stayed in bed all day. I would've. That probably would've been my 2nd day.
Do, do you think he did the annoying Reddit thing where he's like, if you start a movie at 4:35 during this time loop, right as 6 o'clock hits, they blow up the Death Star.
Hey, I did that this year on New Year's.
with Star Wars.
No, with Entrapment.
Oh, did you line it up to like a major, like the music swelling or the big reveal or whatever?
No, I lined it up so at exactly 12 a.m., Catherine Zeta-Jones says Happy New Year to Sean Connery. But I imagine she was saying it to me because I have no one.
She says it and you pause the movie and then you kiss.
I was like, yes, thank you, Catherine Zeta-Jones. Happy New Year. And then I looked in the mirror and shed a tear.
And then the loop reset.
Yeah.
Is this a I gave this movie 4 stars, but it does feel like a 5-star movie.
I think it is. I think it is. I think I've logged
And
this
then
3
100%.
times on Letterboxd because I watch it every year, and I think I put it at 4.5, but it's a 5. It's a 5. This is a
It's
perfect
yeah,
movie.
very much feels like a 5. 100% dad movie?
Yes, absolutely. Dads like Bill Murray.
100.
Um, dads like that they have a movie that they can watch every year for a holiday occasion that isn't Christmas or Halloween.
Dad's like a movie that gets them thinking, "What would I do if I were in this situation?"
Yeah, yeah. I think dads like a movie that are just filled with, like, character actors that they can be like, "Hey, I've seen that guy. He was in that thing."
I think dads also like this terrible movie poster because 'cause they're like, "Yeah, he's in a clock. That's yeah." Dads are simple like that.
I think dads like Andy McDowell.
Yeah, yeah. And anytime they see her daughter, they're like, "Wait a minute, isn't that Andy's kid? How's Andy doing these? Is she in any pictures? I need to see. She in the movies?"
Yeah,
This what they call him when it went from the silent era to the
the talkies.
talkie. Is she in the talkies?
Yeah, and I think, dads love comedies because you can dads love to watch something and then just quote it back at you for 2 weeks, just incessantly.
Do dads like Son do dads like Sonny and Cher?
Mm, I don't know if they like it, but I don't think they dislike it.
They like it because it reminds them of this movie.
Yeah, probably. That song at least.
Yeah. 100 it's 100%.
Yeah. Y
There's no
one of the most dad movies.
very dad movie. Bill Murray, he's a dad's dad. You know who's not a dad's dad? Are negative Nancy's. These are people that go on to IMDb goof sections and complain about a portion of a movie that didn't line up for them or didn't make sense or couldn't happen. And uh, again, they did this in a movie that has a time loop. So I've got one here. It
And
says
by the
because
way,
every day takes
it's always Neil deGrasse Tyson
it always is. It always is.
every time.
Because every day takes place on the same day, there should be the same amount of snow every night. However, there are clearly some nights where there is a lot of snow and others where there's no snow at all. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Alright. I got one. Although the movie is ostensibly set in Punxsutawney, when Phil meets Ned for the first and subsequent times, there is a story in the background. I almost turned into Donald Duck there. Quite clearly named Woodstock Jewelers, obviously named for the town where the movie was actually filmed. A, who gives a shit? And B, I mean, maybe there's just a jeweler in Punxsutawney that's named after Snoopy's bird friend.
Or maybe they just really, yeah, like
The,
Woodstock. And they're like, I'm gonna call it Woodstock Jeweler. Yep.
yeah, I'm sure there's a wood. You could probably find a Woodstock jeweler in so many different places that isn't Woodstock, Illinois. Come on, man. Fuck you, Neil.
Fucking asshole.
Hate you.
You know, there's probably a YouTube video of Neil discussing the time loop in this movie. He's like, "Well, it would be caused by a wormhole. The movie doesn't explain it, but it's probably a wormhole that we got a little too close to at the time, and yeah, wormhole."
Shut up, Neil.
Shut up, Neil. Do you think other people were stuck in their own time loop in that movie?
I don't think so.
Okay, just checking.
Certainly not Ned, because he reacts far too happy each time to see Phil.
Right. Time movies are weird, man. Like you play with time, you're gonna get bit.
Do you think the groundhog was in his own time loop?
I think so.
I'm
I
gonna be
think
honest
so.
with you. The more I'm thinking about this now that we mentioned it, I think I would spend most of every loop just sleeping in bed.
I thought you were gonna say trying to beat your Jack record. It's like, no, no.
No, I would just sleep. I think I would rob a bank, and then I think I would spend like a week of loops just staying in bed sleeping. I'd be like, this is great.
I'd eat the hotel's like continental breakfast. I would just load up like 3 plates and take it up to my room every time. Yeah. I mean, every time I get into a hotel room, I just turn into a slob.
I mean, look, that bed looked he looked so cozy in that bed. That was a cozy
Right.
ass bed and breakfast. I would sleep all day. I'd be in bed. I'd be like, I don't have to get up. It's just gonna be the same day over and over again. I know it's just gonna loop. I'm well rested. I'm just gonna sit here, or I'm just gonna lay here and sleep. It's always been it's one of my life's goals to just have a nice, not a long one, not a short one, just a medium sized little coma to refresh myself. And I think that would do it. I think that would do it. If I was in a time loop, I would just sleep all day for like a week.
Just getting a little coma, Stan. Just a little coma.
Yeah, I would love. I always say this to people in my family, but you know, a nice little coma would do me wonders.
You need a hyperbolic time chamber. You, you just need that time chamber from DBZ, and you'll be set.
Yeah, I just that'd be
Only a day
nice.
passes. It's like a year in there. You sleep for like you want to hibernate like a bear. That's what you want. You want
It's
hibernation.
I do. I you know sometimes I'm like, well, I would love to just be cryogenically frozen, but I don't want to be cold. I want to be warm. If I could be cryogenically warmed,
I think if you're being cryogenically frozen, you don't feel it. You'll be cold when you come out of it, but
see, I don't want to be cold when I come. I want to be cozy. If there's a way I can be like frozen in time but cozy for like a week, I would do it.
hmm,
I don't want one of these. I just want a nice little coma, not one of the comas where like we don't know when he's gonna wake up, or there's gonna be some serious brain damage. He's gonna be like, oh, he'll be fine. He'll wake up in a couple days. That's the one I want.
just put me in a cave. I want to be in a cave. Put me in a cave and just let me lay in there. I'll
I
make a bed
think,
out of hay.
I think it should be socially acceptable for a human being to just stay in bed all day for several days in a row, and people are like, okay, what do you like? Hey, it's time to wake up. You got things to do. And like, nah, I think I'm sleeping today. Okay, it should be allowed.
All right. I don't know. I have gotten to the point where if I sleep past 9, I start to feel like shit. Where I'm like, oh, well, it's getting ready to be a numbered time with 4 numbers, so I'm a fucking loser. I'm a fucking loser.
I will say if I'm in bed past like 11, I feel like I feel like I should kill myself. I'm like, this is no good. I gotta no. Like, what am I doing? But I want to. I want to stay.
I want to stay on this pillow. It's really
I
warm,
want to stay in this
but
bed. I
I
want to.
can't.
I want to sleep. Sleeping is great because you get to dream, and dreams are great. Reality sucks. But then I'm like, oh, it's 11 o'clock. What the fuck am I doing? Fucking lazy asshole. I gotta get out of bed. This is why I want to be in a
You
time
know what?
loop.
I know we're wrapping up the episode, but if we end up going to PAX, we should record an episode in person.
We should.
We should. We
Mm.
should get the microphones going.
I guess if we
Bunk
go
up,
there
not
though,
bunk up,
I guess
not bunk up.
if we go there though, we'd only have one microphone.
Could could bring one. We'll find one.
I don't know.
We can get the little ones like we're like we're influencers talking on a microphone. Hey, you know, I just
I don't know if I'm. I guess I would have to bring my laptop.
I could bring mine. I just fixed my laptop. So I use the disk drive or the driver booster from Steam.
Oh yeah.
And anytime I use it on that laptop, it deletes my sound drivers. And so I have to jump through like 30 freaking hoops to get it back. I have to try like multiple things every time.
I'm just worried that ICE is gonna find all my porn because
I don't know. Is Boston?
they're gonna go through my hard drive when they see I'm Canadian. I'm from an enemy nation.
Yeah, you are an enemy of the state.
Yeah.
Be careful. Be careful. I'll bring mine. Gotta check if I'll have gotta check if I have Pornhub access up in Massachusetts.
Oh yeah, you don't have access to it anymore. Sucks for you.
Not in Missouri. Can't beat my jacking record in the state anymore.
That's crazy.
What if you had a jacket? This is a hack bit, but I'm just gonna go with it. What if you had like so I had an app that you used to be able to track where you would poop. So
Why?
what if you had an app? It was just fun. It was just fun. Like you stopped on like a rest stop and you pooped. And you could write something like a little journal like, "Man, this poop was really good." And I used it for a year and I went places.
Why?
I would go out of my way to try different bathrooms.
That's terrible. I hate public bathrooms.
I- I'm indifferent.
I go out of my
I was
way.
shy for a
I
while,
go out of my way to hold it in until I'm at a safe bathroom.
but I bring that app up like you have a jacking app, but it's like, okay, what's your max amount of numbers in one day in Missouri? It's 5. Okay, what is it in Kansas? 6. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Kansas is really boring. You just have that in every state. And like, what if there was a leaderboard? App developers, call me. Call me now. We gotta make this app.
I don't think anybody who would make that app is suffering from male loneliness.
It sounds like a Silicon Valley app. Sounds like Nip Alert.
We should ask people at PAX who the last video game character they jacked it to is.
Is is that I don't know, is that worse than showing them video game porn?
No, because showing them Sonic porn is forcing pornography upon them, whereas we would just be asking about their personal lives. We want to get to know them.
You just you ask him which area Laura Croft have you jerked it to the most?
Do you have a dad joke for this
Oh,
movie?
no, it's a comedy. I try not to mess with the comedies. Do you have one?
um, I do, and I told it to you, and you thought it was funny.
Is that the joke?
Yeah,
Good job. Good job.
yeah. You know, it nothing fills somebody who tell nothing fills a comedian like with more pride than when they tell a joke and the person asks, "Was that the joke?"
No, I got it. I just wanted to make sure that like you weren't like actually you actually hadn't told me the joke and I was like something was going over my head. It was a good joke. I
Um,
promise.
well, I think we're delirious now, and the episode's over. So, like, and
Yeah, there's no
subscribe.
wheel.
There's
Like
no
and
wheel.
subscribe, do all that stuff.
Yeah, there's no wheel. It's a bonus episode. So, happy Groundhog Day, everybody. And
Viewers, I hope you get 6 more weeks of winter.
yeah, listeners, I hope you get an early spring. And tell your friends, tell your family, whatever you do, don't tell your mother.